Your Honor, them indict we for standing up against the harmful stereotypes that have been perpetrated against the men. I come here to represent myself and a few. We living in a century where we living on lies. Society said the girls and we have to comply. We gonna pay with views, we don't get reviews. Not for we get broken and we fall into the news. But it's all the brothers said we gonna take a stand. Representing hope, rebuilding the brand. We gonna take a brother hand in hand. Empower, elevate every boy, every man. Learn me. I just want to reveal my life slowly. Look close, you're gonna see a better man. Learn me. I just is how we do it, cause we talk the truth to power. Walking in the spirit, walking in the water. Happy that we blessed. Full 100, walking in forgiveness. Full 100, healing from disease. Full 100, totally redeemed. Full 100, strength to the youth. Full 100, friendly with the truth. Full 100, free from oppression. Full 100, always on a mission. Full 100. Everything we put, we have to do in it full 100. Time to praise the Lord, we say we praising in full 100. Working in the ministry, we working it full 100. Working it full 100. Working it full 100. Everything we put, we have to do in it full 100. Time to praise the Lord, we say we praising in full 100. Working in the ministry, we working it full 100. Working it full 100. Working it full 100.
Welcome my people, welcome to Mike at Night. You all rock and come in. Good to see you all, good to be here. We did not have it last week. There was a hiatus because it was a public holiday here. You know it is, you have to spend time with the family. You can't come and talk to people and help other people with their family and yours going down the drain. So I had to call that off for the day. No problem at all, but good to see you all out. Let me say hello to all of you all. I see Heather Atkins, thank you very much for your greetings, appreciate that. Charmaine, alright Charmaine, good to see you on. And as we say, hold it up. Me and you know what we're talking about. Lawrence Plament, good evening to you. Rock and come in, Lawrence, rock and come in. Madeline Pierre, St. Thomas in the house, nice seeing you all. And look, the man who sing the song Full 100 and the one with men that we dealt with earlier on, Mr. Edward Jones, he's online. Yes, good to have you, Edward. You know, a lady sent me a picture of a toddler in Pampers dancing to the Mike at Night opening songs. I was so filled with philosophic joy watching that little child and the other sibling, older sibling, dancing to the Mike at Night's opening songs. Nicely. Yeah, Ted Jones does a good job when it comes to rhythm and blues and his songs. You know, you're telling yourself, where you get that voice from? I have no idea, but he has a nice voice. Joy, good to see you. Yes. Cheryl Halley Quinn, nice. Good to see you too. Nicole Guy, wonderful. Nicole happens to be an ex-employee. Well, I can't even call she an ex-employee. We still hook up nice. You see? Good to have her online at this time. Frida Leaks, all the way in the United States. Kenneth Hodge, one of our faithful. Joanne Benjamin, good evening to all of you all, man. All your rock and come in. All your early today, have a seat in the house. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do tonight, people. I'm going to run about 2 or 3 videos. We're looking at the thinking and behavior of people. And I want you, I know half of you all don't like to call in, but the number is telephone there for you to call in, 868-480-0080. It's written at the top, right? It will be nice to hear you all give your own views on the videos that you're going to see. Examine the thinking, examine the behavior, and tell me what you really think about these things. It's just to try to get engagement and feedback on thought. If you do not want to call in, please feel free to write your comments on the chat, on the comment section of Facebook, as you will. Alright, I will try to check the YouTube to get a feedback from those people on YouTube. I think YouTube does have a means that you can write your feedback on the YouTube, so you can do that also. Zanifa, good friend, nice having you. That is Trinidad. Alright, so also, if you have not subscribed to my channel as yet, please do. If you have not pressed like, please do. Yeah, it helps us. Alright, so let's go to the first one. Listen carefully, though. You have to stop washing them dishes and stop doing what you're doing to listen. This one is a young girl who made a video, and I was very touched by what she said in the video. And I want you to give me your feedback. Write it even while she's talking and so on. Whatever comes to your mind, write it. I will read it out. If you want, call in at the number. So, this is the child.
Three things that happens to us when you parents fight or quarrel in our presence. Some of you parents fight or quarrel in the presence of your children and use bad words on each other. Let me tell you what happens to us when we do this. Number one, it leads to poor academic performance. Some of you, your children are not doing well in school. You don't know that you're the cause of the problem. You will be fighting. You don't know that you're affecting your child's mental health. When your child goes to school, he or she will not be able to concentrate in his studies. They'll be there in school thinking, they'll be depressed. If you want your child to do well in academics or any other thing, you must create a peaceful atmosphere at home. Number two, fighting or verbal abuse becomes normal to your child. It leads to negative violent behaviors because they see you people doing it. When your child is using bad words, you be angry and you don't know the learn from. You're meant to be a good role model for your child. Number three, it leads to the feeling of insecurity. Your child becomes insecure because the home should be a safe haven of love and care. Parents fighting in front of kids results in tension and leaves the child frightened. It makes your child anxious and helpless. Even in school, they feel ashamed of themselves. This leads to insecurity. Your child becomes withdrawn instead of confident. Please stop the fights and quarrels in front of the children. Even if you must disagree respectfully. Don't abuse each other or fight. Thank you. I hope this helps.
Okay, now I think I was hearing a little feedback on that. I hope that you all were able to hear what she said. So you give me your feedback as to audio is distorted, Lauren says. Not clear at all. Okay. Okay. I am going to try and correct that situation as much as I can. I don't understand why. It might be because of the in studio recording that we had, not the system that we have on that's giving that feedback. Alright, so let me see if I could take that off. Tell me if you're having a better.
Three things that happens to us when you parents fight or quarrel in our presence. Some of you parents fight or quarrel in the presence of your children and use bad words on each other. Let me tell you what happens to us when you do this. Number one, it leads to poor academic performance. Some of you, your children are not doing well in school. You don't know that you're the cause of the problem. You'll be busy fighting. You don't know that it's affecting your child's mental health. When your child goes to school, he or she will not be able to concentrate in his studies. They'll be there in school thinking, they'll be depressed. If you want your child to do well in academics, or any other thing, you must create a peaceful atmosphere at home. Number two, fighting or verbal abuse becomes normal to your child. It leads to negative violent behaviors because they see you people doing it. When your child is busy using bad words on people, you'll be angry and you don't know they learned it from you. You're meant to be a good role model to your child. Number three, it leads to the feeling of insecurity. Your child becomes insecure because the home should be a safe haven of love and care. Parents fighting in front of kids results in tension and leaves the child frightened. It makes your child anxious and helpless. Even in school, they feel ashamed of themselves. This leads to insecurity. Your child becomes withdrawn instead of confident. Please stop the fights and quarrels in front of the children. Even if you must disagree respectfully. Don't abuse each other or fight. Thank you. I hope this helps.
So I hope that was better. I really hope that was a better transmission than the one before. Alright? Yes. Okay. People said it was better. Good evening, Lenora. Nice having you on. Alright, so you all give me your feedback on what this little girl is saying. Because it appears that this is something that is almost common in home where parents fight in the presence of their own children. And when the children have to now come back now to advise us as parents, mercy, ain't that something else? So Kenneth had said adults should not have the disputes in the presence of children. Alright? Yes, let me hear anybody else. What do you think about that? Thank you very much, Hodge. Hodge, your birthday is Tuesday coming or Tuesday gone? If it is Tuesday coming, happy early birthday. If it is gone, happy belated birthday. Right? So, often we have this thing, one, of quarreling in front of children. But the other thing that sometimes we do is that we ask the children to adjudicate in a verbal spat that we as adults have. Husband and wife, father and mother. We have it, and we ask the child to now put their thing and to say who speaking the truth. And so, and is he who did so. That should never be, my people. We should never ever have the child to have to adjudicate between two parents whom they love, because they will have to go against one. We should never have them to go through that at all. Right? And you heard what the child said. The child goes to school, can't study, can't concentrate. It also makes the child become a verbal and a physical abuser, just like the parents. So it does not come out good for anybody. But for heaven's sake, I don't know why we figure that is God's way of training children. It has always mean to say it worked, and is doing it regardless of the impact it has with the children. Wow. Boy, I tell you. Alright. You all got that there? Alright. Orville Memphis said, if she came up with this on her own, very good advice. Children take pattern from parents and will be affected in various areas. Thank you very much for that, Orville. Yeah? And as I say, anybody who wish to call, may call. Heather says, it's so unfortunate that fighting in the presence of the children happens in a lot of homes, and it has a lot to do with why children are exhibiting these crazy behaviors at school and other environments. Hey Heather, go to the head of the class. I watched a little girl, she looks about 8 years old. Police is trying to talk to her mother about something the mother did that was wrong. And this is the animation. I should really have brought it for you. Hey, if I only hit my mother, so help me God, somebody dead here today. 8 years old? Nah, she didn't invent that mannerism and behavior. She got that somewhere. Right? Can it also say it creates emotional scars? Manuelin said this kind of behavior really mess up our children. It weakens children turn violent because of bad parenting. Yeah. Lawrence said parents need to display good home ethics and etiquette in the presence of their children. Because let me tell you, our parents, in the old time parents, they would have the issues, you know. But they used to wait till we sleep. Or they would take it somewhere else. They'll give the signal. You could see the eye pass. You know they're vexed with each other. But they made sure that they protected us from all of that. What is our problem? Yeah. Right? So, thank you all for your feedback on that. Right, and those are some of the things that I want us to make as a conversation, so that when we see it happening, we should talk to parents and say, no, sometimes it's our neighbors, you know. Sometimes it's our neighbors. I remember a time, I was living at a different space. My child is standing up in the crib, watching through the window. And the neighbor, the guy is beating his wife right in full view of my child. Stand up on the crib. They tried to tell how small my child was. And my child is here watching this. I had to go and pull the blind, close the window, try and distract the child, and I had to talk to the neighbors and say, but why is it that this has to come to this? That you have to be now hitting your wife? Yeah. Charmaine says she saw it and her language was unbecoming of an 8-year-old. She even threatened the police officers. Oh yes. So you saw the. I should have really tried to keep it to show it tonight, because people would not believe the behavior of that child. Adults must project positive values. Amen. Alright, so that is video number 1. I want you to listen to, well, this one is a short one. We talk about the way how we messed up and we are confused.
Let's go, boys! What do we do, men? We win, we conquer, we dominate. Check this out. Trans woman wins Miss Maryland USA. Another win for the boys. Not only are we dominating women in women's sports, we are now dominating them in beauty pageants. What's up, proud man right here? Give me my flower!
Wow, yeah. You heard it. Men entering women's sports and beating them by miles. Entering women's boxing and knocking them out with one blow. Now men entering beauty contests and winning the women. According to my mother, Father, come take your wall. Father, come take this world. What do you all think? All talk to me. What do you all think? Zanifa says the trauma goes on to generation to generation. Yes, and she's talking about that last thing with the girl and the parents arguing in front of them. Yes, all talk to me. Men used to be considered handsome. We could not even call a man or a boy beautiful because we are nowhere near gorgeous and beautiful as a woman. But now we even winning beauty contests. We gone through, says Kenneth Hodge. I saw a story where a man transgender to a woman marry a woman who transgender to a man, right? And the man in the relationship who are transgendered from a woman becomes pregnant as a man for his wife, who is a woman who was a man. I wonder if you all get me there. I hope I didn't lose all you. Cross border in human nature and behavior, sick minds. I listened to a gentleman who really explained this, broke down this thing about the transgender, because he was saying that before you could even talk about transgender, you must start with two genders, male and female, because you have to transition to something else that exists already. You're not transitioning to something that does not exist. You have to transition to something that already exists. Yeah, but that's where we have come to. Charmaine said people have become so twisted. The relevant authorities in these events should check themselves because men cannot enter some of their competition. Men or women? Women can't enter some of the men competition. A woman would have to know better than to try to enter into a man's boxing match or his wrestling match. Very few women would dare to tread where angels fear. But there seems to be this free flow of men into the women's thing. And I wonder if that does not even show the weakness of a man. For you to be losing in a man's race and go and beat a woman hands down in her race. One girl in the boxing who came up against a transgender male in boxing said she has never been hit so hard in her life. Yes, Charmaine, I realize that is woman you meant. Thanks for the correction. She has never been hit so hard in her life. They are fooling young people, making them feel a man can have a baby. Total confusion for little children who are not educated as to what's going on. Madness on steroids. And what is and just because people have a different view, I don't want the transgender and the LGBTQ to think that this is a hate thing. We just have a different view, just as they have a different view. But I think we are also entitled to our views on it. But we are seeing research coming out that some of these children who make the transition early, during the 6 years, 8 years, and younger and so on, because they are now trying to find themselves. Your identity crisis actually comes when you're moving between 12 years, 13 years, 14 years old, and you are transitioning people at 8 years old when they have not even found themselves. The adult brain only developed into adulthood at 25, and you are asking a 6-year-old to change themselves for the rest of their life but they can't have a driver's permit. They can't make a decision that as far as to go and buy cigarette and alcohol, they need permission, which is a temporary situation, and you are giving them a permanent decision to make for. But I don't know. Yeah. Alright, these are signs of the last days. Hi Samantha, good to have you. Right. Alright, so that was video number 2. Let me go to our third video. I think I plan to only use about 3 videos. Alright. So let's try this one. Listen to this one carefully.
They even told me to name the baby's middle name Major, and it would stand for major mistake.
That's not nice.
It is not nice. I didn't like that either. But even my family wants to know this.
And you're saying that you did sleep with his friend?
I did not sleep with his friend.
When it comes to 1-month-old Joshua Piper Jr., it has been determined by this court, Mr. Joshua Piper, that you are not the father.
Oh, man.
Probability of paternity, 0%.
And you say twins. You say clone, did you? Huh.
That can't be right.
How about that, huh?
That cannot be right.
How about that? Well, on that note, I figure I'm done here.
My mouth is open. Joshua Jr. is a beautiful little baby.
Apparently, he's not even Joshua Jr.
No, that's his name.
It is his name.
But Joshua Sr. is not his father.
Right.
Only you know what is right.
I don't know what happened.
But tell me something.
I promise I would not try to put a baby on someone if I wasn't completely sure. And sorry.
Miss Clark, you obviously was with someone else. It didn't have to be his friend or the guy or whatever. You were with someone else. And ma'am, only you know that. So why would you put yourself and the baby and Mr. Piper in that position?
I didn't do it on
Stress
purpose.
my whole life over
I
this.
tried myself. I'm being honest. And the only reason why I thought it was his because we were together the whole entire month that I didn't know I was pregnant. I don't know what happened.
Are you legitimately trying to say to me that in the time that you became pregnant, you did not have intimate contact with anyone else?
I'm saying the weeks that I thought I was, it matched up with the time that I was with him.
But you were clearly with someone else when you all were not together. You were clearly with someone else.
Clearly was with somebody.
Unless someone is telling me there was an immaculate conception.
There wasn't.
I don't think that can happen like that. I guess it can, but you know, I feel like I'm done here. I don't really need it anymore.
I'm
Can I
sorry.
leave?
Honestly,
I wouldn't have taken it this far. If I wasn't completely sure, why would I do
there's
that?
only one way you can be completely sure, ma'am. I'm just gonna be hard on you right now. There's only one way you can be completely sure. If you didn't sleep with somebody else, that's when you're completely sure. That's when. And you don't put yourself, and you don't put your child, and you don't put your family, and this man and his family on full blast monkey. You don't do that when you know that there's a possibility.
Judge,
I've been asking him for a DNA test since I found out I was
I'm pretty sure I'm
pregnant.
done here.
Yes, you are, sir.
Thank you.
All right, what do you all think? What do you think? Hmm? Let me see what you all saying in the comments here now. Good evening, Candice. You are late. You are late for class. Look like she's the Virgin Mary, Marcia says. Yuck, says Edward Jones. That woman is a bold-faced liar, dangerous to encounter, says Lawrence. All I have to say is that these are these. Oh no, that was before. Yeah. I tell you. Alright, so let's see if we could unpack this situation here. One is, I noticed that she said she was not with his friend. Right? Apology accepted, Candice. Have a seat in the back. The rest of you all rock and come in. Sit down. She was not with his friend. And she swore to the court that she was not, the child is the man's child. Right. When it comes out, she says it cannot be true. You know, she going down line. Miracle baby, daddy is a phantom. Let me see what Solange says. My thoughts on the video is that too often some women want to be promiscuous, but there are repercussions to such behaviors. Men can do it and get away, but not women most times. Alright? You understand? So, here's my concern. Oh heavens, you've been caught. Eh? You've been caught lying. Not even an apology. You are still defending the indefensible. Going down line. It can be true. DNA, if you read up on DNA, you'll recognize that it is almost an infallible process in order to prove paternity. Given that it may have a little flaws, but you almost cannot get out of it. And her results showed. Sometimes it says that it's a 10% or 20% chance the man might be the father. But the results showed it has 0%. There is no way possible he's going to be the father. This was a nice time to apologize and say, well, I'm sorry, I had a thing, but I didn't realize that I was pregnant. I really thought it was yours. All of that, I think, would still go down good. I really genuinely thought it was yours, but I did have an affair. But you're still saying you had no affair. Eh? Nah. You see the messed up behavior? I think some people really need some very sensitive help mentally on the outside here. Right? She did say she was with him for a month and then realized she was pregnant. Did she say she was with him for a month and realized she was pregnant? Well, if so, she had invited, if that's the correct word. Oh boy. And then Joseanne said that she can't remember the affair. Joseanne, we so easy to forget that chances are she enjoyed the escapade. So you had sex with him, climax with the man, and can't remember? No man, no man. Don't make excuse for the young lady. I know you're being facetious. She remember, but she wanted to go down line. And the amazing thing that with some people, when they lie and they are caught in the lie, is where they try to pull pity by breaking down for you to feel sorry for them. She said, I will never knowingly give a child to somebody else that was not theirs. That wasn't what was on the board. What was on the table in the discussion was that the child is not the man's own. and you gave birth to the child. You have to start taking ownership there. This has nothing. What she's trying to say so by that is, ignore the fact that I lied. Ignore the fact that I cheated. Ignore the fact that I was with more than one man at the same time. But look at how honest I am. I'm an honest person. I don't do this kind of thing. I would never give the child to somebody else if it is not theirs. That is what she was trying to portray. Amnesia, Charmaine said. That's spelled wrong, man. I mean, you spell it right, but I figure it's the next word you were trying to get at. In vitro. Yeah. Can say, although I didn't die, maybe I am the daddy. Where must be you? Who is it? Josanne is saying, maybe the encounter was so unforgettable that she forced herself to forget it. It was such a poor performance. You see, some people really messed up, you know. And I'm saying that what I think we need to try to hold people is accountable for the actions instead of going through this thing. Because once you see that happen, you're going to see somebody bring a kerchief for her to cry. But the man who is hurting there, nobody goes to him to rescue him. They're going to now try to console her. But she needs to take responsibility for her actions. You all get me? Alright. So let me invite you to give your comments. Miracle baby. Now. And I'm sure the child is a beautiful child. Just end up in the hands of... Yeah. What do you all think about the man who tell the court, are you finished with me, ma'am? Could I leave? He did not even want to hear nothing else. He did not want to hear nothing else from the court. The child is not mine. You give the child, the baby, the father's or the man's name. Man, let me tell you, he was just out of there. And he cool as ever. War. It's unfortunate that the judge had to end up shouting at her because she wasn't getting the point. Alright, so let's go to the final video now. This final video.
Not getting no job. If you won't get a job, they're gonna take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not gonna get no job. They're gonna count your income against my Section 8 and my link card. You're not working. No. So I don't care what you gotta say. I don't care how you feel. You're not working. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing none of that shit.
Wait, Mom, I'm saying how I'm supposed to be successful in life, Mom. So you basically telling me I gotta be broke to be successful. I gotta be broke so I can get Section 8. So
the government can help you.
So the government help me. So you telling me I can't work on a job, bro? Like that's like all my friends got jobs and live in nice houses. So you telling me I got to go through the same thing you went through
If
to have a house?
They're going to take my Section 8.
How? What they do? Like what they do?
You go get yours or ease. You can go
They will look at that and be like, he's doing something and give me a bigger house, Mom. That's what you told me.
I don't have no job.
I can get off your Section 8 and apply for my own Section 8.
Okay, but if you do that, you're going to have to go the hard way. It's going to take
So what? That's what I'm saying.
Get on Section 8, find you a nice apartment, go get you a link card, you will be fine. You don't have to sit up and work. You don't have to work no job. The government is here to help us.
You don't have to work no job. The government is here to help us. You know why I became a conservative? Do you know why I advocate so hard against like the government daddy, against government basically taking care of a lot of low-income communities in this country, but specifically low-income black communities? It's because of videos like that. Let's break down what we were just watching here. We were watching a young man that wants to go out and work, that wants to go actually get a job, job that wants to become a productive member of society. And so what he's being told by his loser mom that is on Section 8, government benefits, welfare. And I think that people like that are on welfare are literally drinking the sweat of the American worker. They're drinking my sweat, all right? Because I work hard to pay tax.
All right, so I hope you heard what was said, and I hope you understood what was taking place. Section 8 is where if you're not working, you are underprivileged, you are very much in need. The government is going to come in and give you support so that you could be able to eat a food, have a place to stay. They'll pay for your rent in many cases. They will pay for you to be in a house. They'll pay for your medical bills, etc. This is a mother who has her son, and the son wants to go and work because his manliness is coming out in him to provide. And she's insisting, do not go and work because we will lose Section 8. We are not going to get the support because of the fact that you are working. And he says, yeah, but I could leave home and I work so that we can come out of this situation. She's insisting, no, let's stay in this situation. When she's dead and gone and he has found no work, no skills and so on, what if the government changed the law? What if the government changed the policy? Where does this young man land up? And this is an adult parent advising a young man. Messed up thinking, bad behavior. Alright. Master said they need to start charging these women because men often go to jail for child support only to find out they aren't the father. Okay, that was from the session before. Yeah, he must really wanted the child to be his, like he said. If that is it, can I leave? Well, I guess, yeah. Alright, so I'm waiting to get your feedback now on this lady's advice as a parent to a child. Whether that is messed up thinking and bad behavior to tell a child, don't go and look at work. She said, stay home, just sit down, do nothing. She's already in bed. It looks like broad daylight, and she's on her device, enjoying life as it comes, with no intention of doing anything to improve her lot. You see? And, you know, I met a lady some time ago, some years ago, because she told me she has never worked a day in her life. She has 4 children, she said. She said, I raised 4 children so far and never worked a day in my life. She said, this same Section 8 business, she will make a child. After a certain age pass, I think maybe when the child is an adult of 18, that the child comes off it. So she admitted to me, she goes and makes another child. While this one is growing up, she has another one coming up, so that she can be able to continue to have her support. And she has done that 4 times already. And she's just waiting for this next child to reach a certain age before she goes and have the child. When you ask the girl, so where do you get these children from? None of them, she has any track record of the husband or the children's fathers, you know. Whatever man that comes across her at that point in time and willing to take what he gets, she gives him the opportunity to impregnate her, and she goes, because she is not into relationship, she wants the money. So far she had 4, and I'm sure she was going on her 5th soon. She said, you see how I dress up nice? Look at me here. Well done. She said, that is the life that I live. And she was very, very boastful. I say, there is something that we get from hard work. There is something that we get from being reliant on self. There is something that is innate in us as human beings to work for what we get so that we can be proud that is ours. But now we are becoming proud to say we did not work and we get. Our foreparents would have cried shame to get something free. Many of them would not even say how badly off they were in want, just so that they would be able to go and work hard for what they get. Lawrence, it is called living off the fat of the land, no ambition as a mother. Wow. Let us say it's so sad. Some women put themselves in some crazy situation, and the person who comes out on the losing end is the father, because he already bonded with the child, believing that it was his. The child also loses because that's the only father she knew. What an evil web we weave. Yeah. Okay, so that is from the session before. Yeah. Freeloader, Charmaine says, it's amazing. And to think that these people out here thinking that they are sane, well collected, and I think of all the videos that I've shown so far, I think that last one hurt me the most. Because this is a parent insisting on a child who is willing to do the right thing, to work for a living. You are trying to make the child feel guilty going out there and work. So I started the video with a child advising parents about not fighting in front of children. And I end the video with a mother advising her child. So it looks as though children are the ones who now have to advise us as parents, because like they're thinking ahead of us. In both of these videos, the two children were the ones who seemed to be level-headed, responsible, and forward-thinking. And in both videos, the adults were the ones who shamelessly did not seem to take advice. Alright, alright, well, that I hope that this evening's session caused us to think, and I'm hoping that it will now cause us to also put our mouths in to advise people. Adults, we have to advise, yes, to make some better decisions as we go forward, because that is important for us, to be there to say the right thing to people around us and not keep silent. I know that we don't like to get into people's business, but sometimes the people around us, just the people around us and the people in our lives, we need to help put some sense in their head, because thinking is not an everyday activity anymore. It is like when you dress up to go to a special function once in a while. That's how the thinking is now. Can I tell you know of a young woman who had 8 children for 8 different men and ethnic groups? Wow. So let's say she dies, what will happen to this young man? That is exactly what I was thinking about, seeing that everything is in her name. So is not selfishness, Charmaine, as you look at that in truth? That has to be a sense of selfishness. Handouts are appreciated, but doesn't feel as valued as working and achieving it for yourself. Well, Marcia, you know about that, you know. You know you don't sit down and wait on nothing. You going out there and fight for what you get. But when people see you get what you get, they're going to now still pass them out on you. because they don't know what you went through to get what they get. But that's the way our life is. Edward Jones said we behave so shameful as adults sometimes. Yeah, that is so true. Yeah. All right. So people, I hope that this intrigued and triggered your conversations, because even in churches we need to start raising some of these things, because some people have the some of the what we call the stinking thinking mentality. In our workplaces, we also have people with the stinking thinking mentality. In our communities where we live, stinking thinking. When you watch Facebook, oh my goodness, you see so many people with stinking thinking. So we've got to get our voices inside of there to start helping and supporting people to bring them back in what we consider rational thinking. Okay? I appreciated having all of you all. May God bless you. And we'll see you next week, Thursday, God's willing, for more on Mike at Night. That's what we call it. Alright? Ciao.
DJ, turn the music up, turn it up loud. Never make it stop. Take the message to the bar. This is how we do it. Come to the power. Walking in the spirit, walking in the water. Full on dread, walking in forgiveness. Full on dread, healing from disease. Full on dread, totally read. Full on dread, trying to use. Full on dread, friendly with the truth. Full on dread, free from affection. Full on dread, I want an action. Full on dread. You can set my heart to say. You can set my
you.